And welcome to Gossip Gala. Of course, if it's not trending, then we're not talking about it. Hello, my beautiful people. This is Gossip Gala, and you know I never do this alone. But before I introduce my beautiful guest with me today, my name is Uyime Elijah Afia, the only Ogaranya of Africa. Any other Ogaranya, just know that that person is fake. And with me here today on the table, I have Toby, but before she used to go with the name Toby Cash, but she said no, that she stepped that one down, that she's rebranding. So please welcome with me the Lux Molly.
Hi,
Hi,
Uyi. Good
how are
morning.
you
Good
doing?
afternoon. I'm
It's so
good.
good to have you on the
Yeah,
table
it's good to
today.
be here. Us being together again after a long
Like,
while.
it's giving me goosebumps. Like,
Memories,
yay,
memories,
memories.
memories.
But how are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm good. We're surviving this adulthood. This is
Mm-hmm.
not the adulthood they promised
Chai,
me.
tell me about it.
When I said I wanted to be an adult, was that I can be eating two pieces of meat.
Hmm.
Not that I'll be paying bills that want to choke me. But
Chai.
in any ways, God got us.
Abby, God got us. So
Yeah.
how was your weekend? How was your weekend? Like just
My weekend is usually quite uneventful because this time
mm-hmm.
last year, I was battling a lot of schooling and
Oh,
whatnot. But
okay.
now that we're done with that, my weekend is just to woosa from the stress of the week. My weekend, I'm a homebody. Is me, my duvet, and my bed. No
Hmm.
stress.
So did you go out?
Out
Was
to
there
get,
anything
out to
fun?
get something
Did
that
you go?
wants to leave
I know
your
you
door.
to be like an Owambe kind of
No,
girl
there
and
was
all
no
of that,
Owambe this
but I didn't
week.
see you do
No,
any
there was no Owambe.
Owambe.
Although my parents went and they
Mm-hmm.
brought goodies for me. Thanks, Mama T. You're the
Oh,
MVP.
uh-huh.
But going out these days in Lagos is an extreme sport because as you're stepping out of your gate, out of your door, debit alerts from left, right, center, everywhere,
Tell me
back to back.
about it.
And we're trying to save to buy,
Yeah, Benz.
yeah.
Unlike me, I think my weekend was a bit calm because my visitors came and they not alert me. They just came and the whole thing just
Sure, you see, visitors, people that come to your house without telling you. Well, maybe because
no,
I've
when
told
I
my
mean
parents. Oh,
visitors,
okay.
you understand.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it came and it didn't even give me signal and all of
That
that.
kind of visitor
So
does not give
no.
signal.
The whole thing I just had to I was just lying
It
down.
comes like a thief in the night.
Honestly, it felt like I was on bed rest, which I wasn't, and all. Then I watched a couple of movies on Netflix. Netflix has I don't know what's going on, but Netflix has been having like interesting
Me,
movies
I've
these
left you people on
days.
Netflix, so I've moved to
Which one?
YouTube TV.
Hey, yeah,
Ah, my dear,
you're
our
not
night.
doing.
I
Please,
don't
can
do
you
Netflix again.
really?
No, when we'll see behind camera, let's not be
Oh, okay,
promotive,
okay.
but they're like really good movies
Mm-hmm,
that you could
mm-hmm.
watch right now on YouTube
On
TV,
YouTube,
and it
wow.
just makes me happy to see how Nollywood is growing generally. Like most
Hmm.
of these our actors and actresses are now actually making use of that platform heavily to
Mm-hmm.
push their
Push,
because not every movie
yeah,
will
true.
going to be a cinema blockbuster. So why not use YouTube to promote your man?
Mm-hmm.
If Netflix say people don't have the criteria to have your movie on Netflix, so please YouTube is there.
Wow. Wow, I think I need to. I mean, I've been watching a couple of movies on YouTube, but I'm not really like a fan.
Oh, trust me, you
I'm
should
always
be.
going
You
to
should.
Netflix and all of that.
Yeah, please, you need to come
I
to this
should.
side.
Don't worry.
Yes.
I think starting from today, I'm going to migrate. So after this, you know what to
Oh,
do.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No wahala. So, anyways, guys, we'll be diving headfirst into the world of social media. I know what I'm talking about. So we're talking about, let's go into Street X. Let's go and see what these people are talking about because almost you see those flocks on Twitter, almost I don't know, these things they say. When I look at
I
most of
was
their
I
comments, I'm
was I
always
was having a
shocked.
conversation with a
Uh-huh.
friend recently because I told the person that I'm an upcoming influencer. That person should watch out for my moves because
Uh-huh.
I used to drop some comments on IG and
Mm-hmm.
then the likes used to gather. And I told the person that let me just understand that word of X. Once I understand it and I go into that space, person was like, "What do I mean?" I'm like, X is a jungle. they really did not send anybody's daddy in that place. Once you feel
Like,
like, okay, I feel this thing, let me drop it now, let me say something, the way they will come for you, you will
no,
begin to wonder,
no,
did I
no.
offend you people in your past life? What is going on?
Now, speaking about offending, although this person was not offending, I
Okay.
think she's just trying to like pass an information or just telling us something. So this one is on at Big Links. So she said the A in the band A means you can't use AC. The A in the band A means you can't use AC. And for people who are watching, you don't understand what band A means. Band A are for like band A,
And for the elite,
yeah, like the rich people,
the
they are the
rich, the one,
ones.
people like Uyime, the 1% of the
The,
1%.
the ones that those people that they always have lights
But
24/7.
did they actually really do always have lights?
Funny enough, we are on band A. We know they get light though, because
Because I know that you people were promised
uh
about 18 to 20 hours of light.
20 hours,
Okay,
but
20 hours. And then I
more.
know I've been seeing a lot of complaints these days that
No, there's
they
actually
are
the
not
lights.
seeing the
We are
lights.
not seeing the
I'm like, so what are
lights.
people now paying for?
Well, we don't know, Sha, but God will help us.
Yeah, because I have a lot of friends that say that, Omo, I went to one of my friend's house recently and I tried to like put on, like, what I was, Lagos heat, and I wanted, this person was like,
No,
no
do you know, even in my house right
try.
now, once there is light, you can't turn on the AC. It's fan.
But what's now the point of
If
now
the fan
having
is
the
now
lights
hot,
and the AC?
if the fan is giving you hot breeze,
You
open the
manage it
window.
like
You
that.
manage it like that, because do you know, once you turn on the AC has literally eaten everything.
I think I'm glad for my.
Has
I
literally
think we're on
eaten
band D.
everything.
I'm
So I
grateful for
want to
our
tell,
band
I want
D.
to tell my parent that, Omo, don't you think we should step down a
Because
little bit? Because
she's always saying
honestly,
that she has to turn off her. Maybe she does 2 hours on her
yes,
freezer. She turns it
yes,
off. You
yes,
can't put on lights anyhow.
yes, you
And
can't.
I'm like, Shogun like
It can't be like, say, I dey abroad. You know how you are in the
even
abroad,
abroad,
and you have to turn off
I
things.
don't think a bad reach the way it bad for you bande
Ah,
people.
Omo, you have to, if you are not using lights, you have to turn it off. If you're not making use of your fan in the room, you have to turn it off. If you can't even on AC. So
On top
AC is
lights that
even
they are not even giving people
or top lights
solid
that they
like
are not
that.
giving you. Then your refrigerator. Well, we still used to on the two refrigerators in the house, but then again, there are some things. If you are not using
I
anything,
feel at
shall
this
just turn
point we
it
need to
off.
start auditing this our easy EKDP
Uh-huh.
people and let them break down how they used to charge people. Because if you're telling me and put, like, let's say I have an inverter AC for instance, my inverter will carry my AC no problem. Now I think that because of I'm on band A, the charges that comes with me using my AC, I go recharge lights 10,000, 20,000. Before I open my eye, close it will finish.
We
It's not
every I
nice.
think in my house last week or this weekend I loaded the meter in my house, and guess how much? I don't want to mention the amount, but and at the end of the day, after paying so much, like that amount, that huge amount of money just to have your meter loaded and all of that, guess the unit.
Like
It not
20.
even reach 1,000. No, it did not
My mommy
reach.
bought 50K. We've been using 50K units since last year. Never finish.
Serious.
I'm telling you. Although we don't used to have lights. Let me put that
Oh,
caveat
okay,
out there.
okay,
We
okay,
know they too
okay,
get
okay,
lights.
okay,
But when the
okay,
light
okay.
comes and we used to even forget to off something sometimes go and we're like not worried. I say, please,
Oh.
band D for the win.
Okay, so speaking about band A and band D. Now, I feel like this particular tweet that we're about to talk about, I think it has to do with everybody general, and this is on Miss Taiwo. She said, if you're living or squatting with someone, it's considerate not to consume the last item of anything you find in the house. She even listed, she said, last bread, leave it. Last milk, leave it. And honestly, I think it's normal etiquette that people should know that if you're staying with
But
someone,
if not me buy am go.
eh,
If it's me that bought it.
it's a different case. At least your roommates
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that you're
I
the
get.
one that bought it. But imagine you leaving your let's
Some
say,
people do not send though.
no,
Some
that's
people,
actually very bad.
the thing, one reason
Most especially when you're not even contributing anything to the house.
you're
So
squatting
you
for
are now
free. I
squatting
feel that's
for
one of the
free.
reasons why I cannot squat with somebody because I won't feel comfortable. because you obviously want to contribute, and like you said, it's common etiquette
Yes, common
that
etiquette.
you are living with somebody, the person will go and hustle, go and work, buy bread, stock the house. You will not carry your brick self, your glutinous self, and now
Like,
finish it. And you will not say that, how kill, this I've almost finished. Let me restock. You will eat it. You can even leave the nylon there for the person
honestly,
to
you
come and meet.
and even when you talk to the person, you're like, how far now? Why did you? Person will ask, so it's because of bread you are shouting, or it's
Yeah,
because of milk you are
these
shouting.
things seem common, but deep down, if you look at it, it's not
It's
nice.
actually not
It's
common.
not
It's not.
nice.
I remember this popular. I don't want to call her an influencer. She's not.
Everybody's an influencer these days, but
Okay, let's just say influencer. This person's wife, new wife. What's her name again? Ife, I don't know if I'm correct. You know the person I'm
yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah,
about?
yeah.
Yeah. I think she made a video talking about this particular same
Mm-hmm.
issue. The things you should do when you are with, like when you're staying with someone,
Mm-hmm.
and the things you should not do. And when I went through the comment section, you need to see, honestly speaking,
People
we
have an
have,
entitlement mentality
like, the
that
entitlement
is it
was,
runs deep. First of
ha,
all, this person is letting you into their space, and you may or may not even be contributing to the things in the house,
and they are not complaining.
or even paying rent. But this person says, okay, based on say maybe you be my guy, you let me accommodate you. Maybe you are going through some things, and you're not paying rent, or you're not
Nothing, you're
contributing to
not
the
doing
rent, you're not
anything.
contributing to getting the groceries in the house, and you will start say that basic things. You should even feel shame as a person that
Like,
I had someone that I used to carpool with to work, and it got to a point I'm like, my body was not, it wasn't sitting right with me, because I'm like, this person is consuming fuel and whatnot. Is there a way I could help, like even if it's 2K? I said, okay, the fuel you want to buy into your car, please take this to get me manage it. Even though it's not even going to go a long way, but at least the person will come from the fact that this person actually had the sense to actually say that, okay, this person is doing this for me. How can I make this person's life easier? But sadly, it's not something you find popular among many Nigerians, because we feel like,
don't.
what is it? It's not just bread. Do you know how much you're selling that bread? Do
Ah,
you?
bread
Do you
bread
know
that
how much
was
bread is?
bread that was 200, that'll be 500
That is
now.
to pay. Wait, you can buy bread. It's to pay me.
Bread is about 3,000 naira plus.
Oyime, why are you buying bread from?
Eh?
Why are you buying bread
Uh-uh.
from?
Bread is 3,000 naira
Where?
now. I'm serious.
For one.
For one
Family loaf for normal size.
family loaf.
3,000.
Yes.
When I say Oyime is the 1% of the 1%, people would not believe it.
I'm
I
serious.
even hear Oyime buying
It's
bread for
3K.
3,000.
I'm serious.
I
I'm
mean,
not lying.
I'm complaining that I'm buying bread for 1.8.
No, bread is now 3K.
Please, how big is this? Is it as big as this table? If I'm buying bread for
No,
3K,
it's not as big as
the
this
bread
table.
should be as
It's
big as this
normal.
table, and I should be able to eat it for like 1 week.
No, it's
Because you
normal.
mean I'm buying bread for 3,000?
No, it's normal
But
bread.
please, on a
actually.
more serious note, people
Actually,
should
yeah.
take into it's just EQ, emotional intelligence. Like this kind of things just it just stops that they get shame.
Like,
Shame needs to enter your heart. You eat the bread.
Ah,
I
God.
know the thing that will not piss me off is the fact that you will not eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And the person will be like, let's say the person has been dreaming of eating that bread. I don't know why it's bread using as an example, but people should just take it. I'm hungry for bread.
okay.
Let's say the person has been thinking of that bread all day at work, and then you not eat it, you not leave the nylon there.
You see this thing you just said there? It reminds me. I remember something that happened to one of my friends. So these people, I feel like this problem happens to people who, like, all these shared apartments, when
Yeah.
you're sharing apartments with people whereby you're sharing the kitchen.
Yeah.
So this particular girl, she bought pizza from Panarotics. So after buying it, then she
The
didn't
leftovers.
she left it.
She
She was
now
like,
left
because
it.
she
Okay,
was
she was
filled
full.
up and all of that, so she left it inside the fridge. On getting back from work,
Hey, they
they ate everything. They did not even leave. They now left the carton inside the
That's
fridge.
greed.
So she was so excited, like, okay, my pizza is. She got to the fridge, she opened it, she saw it empty. She cried.
That's greed. That's
she
it will
cried.
run-
Oh,
it will run your belly.
I was laughing though, but at the same time, it was not funny
Yeah, it
because
wasn't funny.
she didn't even eat that pizza half. She just took like
I mean, that's
a
even
bite.
a shared apartment
Shared
situation. It's like
apartment.
me keeping my food in the fridge at work and somebody's eating my food. Hello.
And that's why, please,
Hello.
if you don't have money to move out of your parents' house, just remain there. Don't go and be
Nobody
doing
is chasing. Well, unless your parents are chasing you, but
Whoa, don't go and do shared apartment too, because you will cry. You put something inside fridge, you come back, you not see it, and you cannot question anybody. If you like talk from now to tomorrow, whoa, they will still carry your thing and eat, and you still cry. Anyways, speaking about being irritated and crying and just getting angry unnecessarily, this is from Dr. Nabi. So he said, if you are a punctual person in this country, you will be constantly irritated.
facts.
Let
Lies.
me say it again.
No
He said,
lies.
if you are a punctual person in this country, you will be constantly irritated. And actually, there
No
is so
lies.
much truth in that. Do you know what it means to? They'll tell you something is starting by 10 o'clock. You will not get there by 10. Let's say by 9:45, and 10 o'clock. The whole of 10 o'clock have passed. They will not start that show by 12, and you're like, hey.
African time has eaten deep into our system, and I feel it's just part of the anyhowness of Nigeria, if we're being honest. Because if you go abroad and they tell you this is happening by this time, won't you be there on time?
No, those people, they keep to time. I've been to events, most of their events. If they tell you 9 a.m., it's 9 a.m. If they tell you that their show is for 1 hour, it's 1 hour. They do it to. I don't know how they do it, but I mean, I want to
It's
give
not a
them
matter of how they do it.
that,
It's the
this
fact
thing.
that they have been able to culture and train. Let me not say train, because I mean it's just something that should be embedded into our system. I think as Nigerians we have normalized African time. Now okay, this is by 10. I'll be
African time.
give or take. Let's say this one. Let's say, and the funny thing that not everybody thinks that way. And it's just because, like this morning now, when you told me I should come at this time, when I get here, I got here by 10:30 because I'm like, okay, you said this starts by this time. I have to be here to prepare and whatnot. But like I said, anyhowness of Nigerians, African time. I went for a wedding once. Just that wedding one, those events. That one even used to vex
That was
me.
the worst.
You will tell me that your reception is starting by 2.
Uh-huh.
Let's say traffic or whatever, I get there 2:05. Tell me why I'm sitting down 2:30. Reception have not started. 3 o'clock. Reception have not started. People are not starting reception by 3:30.
Wow.
And when I plan myself, I'm like, okay, if this reception starts by 2 o'clock, give or take 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes, I'm on my way going back home so as I can beat traffic. By the time your reception is starting by 3 o'clock, hello, what are we doing here? And I understand where this person is coming from, because that kind of thing used to vex me.
Yes, it's very,
because
it's
you'd have
actually very
planned your
annoying.
time, and then you now realize that it is now that plan you made has now scattered because the people organizing the events or whatever it is has this African time mentality. And it's not. It's my people. It's really not nice. If president tells to come to his house, I want to give you 1 million naira.
No, actually,
by 12. You want to tell me that you'll be there 1:30?
Nah.
9 a.m. Self, you don't wait.
Even
for
7
presidents
a.m.
to wake up.
7 a.m. Self, you're already on the road, because you know
the
that
most common one, that when
Yeah.
we're traveling, especially when it's international flights, that by, let's say your flight is 11 p.m. My people, by 3
some people
p.m.
still miss their flights.
Those
Some
ones,
people
still they follow them.
Honestly speaking, I think we need to do better as humans, in the sense that we need to learn to keep to time. So if someone tells you, oh, we need to see by 10 o'clock, let your 10 be 10. Even you that you're planning the meeting, you self keep to time, because sometimes people who plan these meetings, they don't keep to time. It's not even about the person that is coming to meet you. It's the people that plan it. So if you're telling someone that, okay, we need to have a meeting by 12, let your 12 be 12.
And it just builds your
all of
integrity
that.
as a person.
Exactly. People
Because
don't know that.
because
they
they'll be like,
don't know.
oh, it's not this person.
They don't know.
He's not going
He
to
will
be
not
here
vex.
till, and that's how they will keep saying, oh, this person. Before you know, they'll tell person A, person A will tell person B will tell person C.
Before
And
you
at
know
the
it,
point,
and that's how
they'll
people
be like,
know you. And the day you now decide to come early, you say, this one you came early today.
hope no
What happened?
problem.
Anyways, guys, so we need to go on a quick short break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I describe myself as a polyhumanitarian, someone who believes politics should be rooted in love for country and empathy for its people. I'm thrilled to introduce to you Politics Uncensored, a show dedicated to tackling the political challenges that matter most to Nigerians. This is more than just a show. It's a space for honest, unfiltered conversations about the issues that shape our nation. From policy reforms to elections, leadership tussles to governance at all levels, and the overall political landscape in Nigeria. We will dive deep into how politics is impacting our everyday lives. So join me on this journey as we challenge the status quo, spark dialogue, and work together to build a brighter future for Nigeria. Let's make our voices heard and drive the change we deserve.
Hi, it's your girl, Look Rose, and I'm giving a shout out to Gossip Gala. Mwah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Craze, aka Craze Clan, aka Did This Shock You, aka Papa Ade, and you are watching Gossip Gala. The gist is the gala. Chop 'em.
Hi, I'm Abigail Tiwala Nubi. Shout out to Gossip Gala.
A beautiful welcome back to Gossip Gala. If you're just joining the show, this is where we spill all the juicy gossip. If it's not trending, then we are not talking about it. Okay, now speaking of something trending, this is on our Odogu, and he goes by the name Burna Boy. So Burna Boy, in a post on his Instagram page, Burna Boy announced that his next set of singles will be released exclusively for fans who bought his concert tickets. So he went further to say, he said the No Sign of Weakness album and any music Burna Boy drops till further notice will strictly be for Burna Boy concert ticket buyers only. If you don't fit into that category, go elsewhere. Respectfully. This announcement comes as he's gearing up for the release of his eighth album titled No Sign of Weakness, for which he recently held private listening events in the US and UK. As I saw this yesterday, I was just laughing because even a fan say, "What of we that we cannot afford tickets?" Uncle,
That is the
next
question
thing.
that
Ah, God.
I need Uncle Burna to come and answer, because I did try to just do a survey of how much his tickets cost, and the lowest I saw. You may guess how much his tickets are. Just take a wild guess.
1 million.
Naira? No, do it in dollars.
Um, $5,000.
Okay, you have gone overboard.
Okay.
But I think the lowest I saw was about $1,200 to
That's-
get a concert ticket, and that is not even with a stage view that you'll be close to
Uh-huh.
Burn. That's probably being
Back.
at the backyard. So you're telling me that if I cannot afford $1,200 to buy your ticket, I think I'm not going to listen to your music anymore. Is that what we're doing now? I feel at this point is he's trying to garner sales for his concert tickets, given that the fact that his colleague just had to cancel some shows because low sales and whatnot. And when you look at this thing, Burna Boy considered that if you go, person go match me for head.
Honestly, and it's always very crowded and choked up, and it's just
Like, if you are
very
trying
somehow.
to gather sales for your tickets, just say so. But now telling me that if I don't come for your concert, I'm not going to be able to listen to your music. Like, Burna Boy is now basically wanting to turn on the fans that's what's the English?
That was with him.
From the humble
From
beginnings.
humble
You want to
beginning,
forget your
yeah.
humble beginnings. Accepted, you've gone global. We like the fact that you're putting our Nigerian name on the map. But now come to say that, unless you buy my ticket, and what you will do, Uncle Burna, is that, when you want to buy tickets, I think there's a point where they used to put email address. Once you release your song, send it to
send
them.
it.
Forward it straight
Like-
via email. Don't even put it on all these streaming platforms, because make it make sense. Is this where our Nigerian artists want to go? When you go global, you start to forget people that actually helped you in the days of humble beginning.
Speaking about going global, he said something. He said that in as much as an artist, you put out your song in the local platforms, digital local platforms, and all of that, that at the end of the day, you will not make much sales. The highest you can make is about $300 to $400 and all of that.
Yes.
But if you put it in the internet, the market, that where the money is international.
So basically, he not really rate us anymore.
So
That's what
actually,
it
what
means.
he's saying, he doesn't
need Nigerians anymore.
doesn't need
Meanwhile, it's these same
Nigerians
Nigerians
anymore.
that were there when you were whining your waist and sweating and dancing galala and doing whatnot and following all these big names back then, back to back, to jumpstart your career. And now your career has taken off. All fine and good. Hallelujah to Jesus. Now you're telling us that you don't need us. They are relegating us to the back. And that if you don't buy, please, if you want us to buy your tickets, you will come out properly and beg us that, you have put in a lot of money to organizing these concerts. Please, my people, help me. Buy these tickets. Not that you come and be feeling like, okay, fine, you're the Africa giant, Odogu, please, well done. But this is not the way you do it.
I feel like he's proud. In as much as I love Burna Boy,
we all love Burna
I love
Boy.
him so much, but at this point, it's giving pride. Like he's proud and all of that. I don't know, because I'm just being concerned for people who genuinely love you. You don't. That
So
means
what happens to
you
your loyal
practically don't
fans?
give
What happens to your
any
loyal
this thing
fans? What are you telling your loyal fans? People that have loved you
from
from the
beginning.
period of what's that? There's this particular song that he was dancing on the streets of Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have now become the person we know as Yodogu, the person that sang Common Man, that is doing collaborations with Ed
Giant,
Sheeran,
yeah.
and the latest feature that he had on this upcoming album that has not yet been released, doesn't mean that you should now come and be saying things like this, because it makes, if it's kind of like, quote and unquote, for lack of a better word, they slap on the face of Nigerians that when you were dancing, but now this thing they must me. Because all this, look at our what's his name now? What's our daddy's name? The Eagle. Wheezy Boy.
Wizkid,
That
yeah.
recently had to cancel
Him,
shows.
like a lot of
The
tours.
funny thing now is this international scene that you're trying to appeal to, most of them may just be appealed to the beats of the song.
Do you know, funny
Unless you
enough,
start
okay,
singing, sorry, unless you start singing like them, singing their tune. But if you want to keep up with the Afro beats line, most of them really don't
after some
flow.
time,
After some time, they move on to
they
the next
move on
best
to the
thing.
next.
It is well,
God,
oh.
it is well, because at this point there, I don't really know what to say to him. The only thing I can say is whatever he wants to do, no wahala, go ahead and do it. But one thing for sure is you would always come back to Nigeria, because whether you like it or not, Nigeria has the biggest market for you guys, irrespective of whatever. And even if you say you want to do exclusive release, trust me, with the rate of piracy, we will see here. We that did not buy concert tickets, we will see here.
Let me not say that size, but we all know that size, that by the time the
Like-
music comes out, 2 seconds later, I'm downloading
Like,
it either on Telegram or on the
Telegram or
website.
this thing.
And I feel at this point, given the fact that he did come out to say that all these streaming platforms don't generate as much money as we think it does, he is trying to push that, will I say push that energy, or try to push his concept, so that maybe that's where the money
would
is
come
coming in
from.
now. But coming to say that if you don't buy my ticket, please, we are not odogus like you, that we cannot afford your ticket. So what do you want us to do? Are you saying that you only want the 1% of the 1% to be listening to your music, that your music is no longer for general public? Is that what it means?
I think
Because if you are going that route, that is basically what it means, that your music is no longer for general public. There are only an elect few that can afford, that have the luxury of affording $15 to come for your concert, can listen to your music. If that's the case, no problem. We will listen to people that did not relegate us to the back. OBO,
like
is
my
still here.
fave OBO. Anyways, we have a comment here, and the person says his name is Sage. He says, I was at Bonner's listening party last night, and I won't lie, the man has presence, charisma. When he walks into a room, you feel it. His smile is easy, infectious too. That album, whatever it's meant to be, is quite possibly the worst thing I have heard from an artist of his caliber. I was not expecting that line. Then the person went on to say, the production is confused. No, this person should not get me started, please. Then he now said, like, it couldn't decide what mood it wanted to evoke. And somehow, impressively, he managed to waste both a Rolling Stone and, hey, Jesus, Shabuzi future. That takes a special kind of talent. There is no cohesion, no emotional arc, no sonic identity. Then he went on to say there's a difference between experimentation and confusion, and this project leans heavily into the latter. The best thing Burna Boy could do is quietly shelve the project or repackage it as an EP. Only two savageable
Nothing
tracks.
you won't tell me.
Yo.
Whoever this person is, has beef with Burna Boy.
No, I feel like this is more than beef.
No, this one has to be beef. I'm not going to say anything on the album till the album comes out, because I think it's the only person that went for the listening party that has actually come out to say something. So I'm not going to judge based off on just one person's comments, because we haven't seen a lot of people come out to say that the album was this or that. But until it come out before we judge it. But on this particular issue, say if you no go concerts, you no go listen to your music, all fine and good, no wala, no yawa.
Ha, omo. Okay, speaking based on this comment, right? I think he released a song. Burna Boy actually released a song
Recently.
Yeah, recently. I can't remember the title, but when I listened to it, it was just there.
Yeah, you know,
It wasn't there. There wasn't
like somebody
thing.
said something recently that most of these artists now, when they release, the only probable reason why the song may do well is based on the name they have. That okay, it's a Burna Boy's project, it's a Wizkid's project, so it might sell.
And that's why they always downplay the video. I keep saying this thing. They always down
Yeah, this guy is just an obvious fan.
because I saw a comment where a fan was like just trying to like have a conversation, and the next thing Burna Boy said, something he was talking about IQ, and he said like the person on your profile picture.
Oh yeah, I
and the
think I
profile
saw
picture
that
was the video.
Davido.
I'm like, what did Davido do to you, please?
No, I feel the reason why from my perspective, the reason why it seems there is sort of a lot of hate around Davido is because people see him as a nepo baby.
No.
Yeah, but the funny fact is, yes, he may have come from that wealth, but Davido is someone that he pushes his songs like he's a poor man.
I keep saying it on this table. He acts like an upcoming artist.
The way Davido will push his song, I'm not sure you will see
Honestly,
many
you would
artists
not, you would not.
doing the same thing. Like he's constantly posting on his social. Oh, please go stream my song. He even had to do a dance with this dance academy crew just to push his album that came out. So I feel that's the reason why maybe there might be a lot of hate around Davido. I mean, each to their own. But if this is Burna Boy's way of appeasing to his new group of people audience, it may work. And so, but in the long run, is it sustainable? Because, like we said, this your new audience that are in the Obodo Igbo. Unless he's just looking at releasing for the black diaspora people.
The black people.
Yeah, that would maybe they will know most of his oldies and whatnot. But if you are looking at just that market, fine and good, their market is sort of, they are into the Afrobeat music now. But in the end, last, all of us go see the year. We go see waiting go up.
Well, speaking of sustainability, I don't think that would be sustainable. This is how some people used to use their hand and kill their career. That's all.
Unless you want to be having concerts every month. But trust me, if I go for your concerts once, twice, I know all your songs. I know what your lineup may probably look like. I will get tired.
I just feel whoever is advising him to take this part, the person should actually call him back.
No how. Your streaming platforms are still going to give you something, even though it may not be much.
It may not be much, exactly.
But something is still coming.
So I feel like I don't think this might be really sustainable for him.
Or
but
maybe
anyways,
this is the new industry standard. You never can tell.
Anyway, speaking of sustainability, I don't know what is with people are not minding their business on social media, and we have our very own fashion designer again in the news. Now, a social media influencer, Wizarab, has criticized fashion designer Vicky James of not treating her husband the way a man is supposed to be treated during his birthday. He said, "It's not cute. I don't know one man who likes this. Some things are just feminine. Treat a man like a man. She is treating him the way she wants to be treated, not as a man should be treated. Please, what is your problem?" Like, what is did the man come out to tell you that he did not like the way his wife
first of all, Uncle Wizard
treated
needs to
him?
come out and tell us how a man needs to be treated. Yeah, I can understand we try and the masculinity of a guy, you can't be doing some certain things. But let me tell you, in the heart of these men, they like this.
They like it. These are what men like. Like, because, this is what they love. This is what they like.
Balloons. Are you people see what is on that bed? Are you seeing the gift?
What are you talking
on
about?
That bed? Like, I feel he's just seeing the balloons and the whatnot.
It's not just saying it's bad belly that is doing this person. Honestly, it's just pure hate and pure bad belly. Because tell me what is wrong with what Vicky James
Trust
did.
me, men, in as much as men put off this whole show of, I'm a man, they actually do like to be babied.
They do.
If you see how these men behave with their women inside their koro, when the eyes of their bros are not looking, you will be surprised.
You'll be shocked. You'll be like, wow.
You will be surprised.
I don't know if you saw that skit with Gilmore and the Trench Boy. They acted, Gilmore was trying to act how he like how men act when they are with their girlfriends, just like what you're saying. And when they see their guys, when they see their guys, they toughen up. They they don't show all those. So someone coming out to be complaining, the man did not come out to complain and say he did not like the way his woman treated him.
I know Auntie Vicky James and Mr. Vicky James are in our faces a lot, and most of the things that Auntie Vicky James does sometimes, I used to be like, Lily, what's all this? But this one I actually do love, because
It's actually beautiful.
at the end of the day, you people will be the one saying that anytime